I made $800 in just one single day, or yet not even one single day, in just 7 hours. Yes, this is the trade that made me $800 in just 7 hours, half a day, not even one day. All did while I was at school doing a test, so I wasn't even in front of the chart. Welcome back everybody, here in a new video. Today guys, I'm gonna show you this trade breakdown here, because guys, every single trade that I take, I do a breakdown here on YouTube for free, because I don't sell anything. So guys, this month here, which is May, I am in profit 8% because of this trade here. I just took one single trade and I'm in profit 8% for the month. So in this video here guys, I'm gonna show you the exact step-by-step breakdown on why I took this trade and why I closed it at that point there. We're gonna start it with a replay. So the Sunday before the market open, when I took this trade here, the situation on the weekly time frame, which is my first time frame that I look every single Sunday, was like this, guys. It was at a strong area of interest with 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, using it as a support and as a resistance multiple times. We can see that the weekly time frame was bearish, with this one being a lower high and this one being a lower low. But if we look only at the recent price action, we can see the price was holding above this strong area of interest that I showed you guys before. And if we look closer, we can see that it was rejecting the EMA, along with the round psychological level 1.84500, which I'll explain to you guys very, very soon what it is and how to identify it. So, first thing first, on the weekly time frame, what did I see? I saw that the weekly was bearish. The weekly was at a strong area of interest, creating a potential higher low from this on here to then continue creating higher highs and higher lows to go to the upside. So we were creating a potential higher low, guys. It's a potential higher low. It's not set. So strong area of interest. Then weekly retesting the EMA. The EMA, that guys, is this thing here, this line that continues following the path, that continues following the candlesticks, and this is a moving average, so a dynamic support and resistance. And those are the settings for the EMA, guys. Look, length 50, source close, offset 0, method EMA, length 50. So if you want, you can copy them. I don't gatekeep anything. So that was, guys, the weekly time frame on GBPCAD. The daily was bullish, with this one being a higher low and this one being a higher high. And the daily was rejecting and actually consolidating at this strong area of interest that I showed you guys on the weekly. So this area of interest here was actually a cleaner area of interest on the daily time frame. We can see it has many touches, using it as a resistance and as a support multiple times. And if we look closer on the daily time frame, we can definitely see that the daily was actually rejecting this area of interest here. It was struggling to break under this area of interest here. So in fact, it didn't break under, guys. It was holding it as a support. And this right here is actually a very good confluence. Whenever we have a market that's actually struggling to break something, like here, guys, it was struggling to break to the upside, we can see that it then went to the downside and rejected. So another example can be here. Here it was struggling to break to the upside, and in fact it went to the downside. What can I show you guys more? Here, look, support. It was struggling to break to the downside, and in fact it held as a support and continued going to the upside, guys. So whenever we have many candlesticks retesting this area of interest here, it means that price is holding and it might soon reject. So this was another confluence. So actually, let me write daily bullish, daily consolidating at the strong area of interest. And then what else do we have? A daily break and retest. Look, daily break above the previous structure point, retest of the previous structure point. So we actually write it here, daily retest of the previous structure point, which is actually a very good confluence. And also we have the daily EMA, even though here it looks like it's under it, so let's not count it as a confluence on the daily. Then guys, the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame was bearish. We can definitely see the consolidation is at the stronger of interest. Look, we can clearly see how it didn't break under. So the 4-hour currently, so when the market was closed, it was bearish. So from here I had many possibilities. The first one is that price was gonna shift bullish on the 4-hour by breaking and retesting the minor area of interest. So what do I mean by shift bullish on the 4-hour by breaking and retesting the minor area of interest? The minor area of interest is this thing here, guys, this box here that is yellow and blue. So what I was waiting for the 4-hour to do is to shift bullish, so to do something like this, a break above this minor area of interest, a retest to then take the trade from here. Did I do that? I didn't, guys, because I had the second thing to happen. So the second thing was to actually wait for a shift of structure here, for another shift of structure, so to turn bearish once again, to then wait for the break and retest above the area of interest, along with the 4-hour shifting inside of this area of interest here, to then take the trade at this point here, which is exactly, guys, what happened. So if we don't get the shift out of this lower high here, we need to wait for the creation of another lower high. So to do something like this, create another lower high to create a new lower low, to then wait for the shift above it to take the trade. That's exactly, guys, how trading works. You have to think about different possibilities in the market, different market conditions. And actually, let me start by showing you guys what happened during this week here. So this is the 1-hour time frame, which was bearish as well. So I always need the 1 hour and the 30 minutes to shift bullish to take a trade, along with the 4-hour and the daily, so 2 time frames in sync at least. So actually, let's see how this market here played out during the week. And guys, let's see how I made $100. And then I'm gonna show you the MT5 and MyFxBook as well, because I'm transparent. So actually, let's see what happened in the market. So the 1 hour actually came, retested once again. Look how strong this area of interest that I showed you guys on the 4-hour was. It was actually holding as a resistance and as a support on the lower time frames many times. So that's why it's always good to have different minor area of interest as a further confirmation, guys. So actually, let's see what the market did. Actually stayed here, consolidated once again, and look what it did. It broke under this area of interest here. So what does it mean? It means that the 4-hour might be creating exactly a new lower low, guys. We can see that the previous lower low, guys, was this thing here. This was the previous lower high, okay? This was the previous one, and then we went and created another one up here, guys. So now the 4-hour to shift bullish, it doesn't have to break above that area of interest there, this minor area of interest here. No, it just has to break above this previous lower high here, retest my round psychological level, which, as I said, I'm gonna show you right now where it is, to then take the trade to the upside. That's it, guys. It now has to break and retest above a lower area of interest, and not this one here, which was pretty high. So actually, let's see what the price continued to do. Here it went back inside of my area of interest. The EMA came down here, and whenever we have a break above the EMA, we most likely continue using it as a support or as a resistance. So let's see what happened. Look, perfect, guys. The price did exactly what I wanted. Look, the 4-hour was shifting bullish. It didn't shift bullish just yet. Actually, let me continue with the... Okay, yes, the 4-hour was now bullish in my opinion, because this right here was now the previous lower high. So the 4-hour shifted bullish. It broke my area of interest here. It broke the previous structure point. It retested this area of interest here. And where do I have to look for my entry signal? On the lower time frames, guys. So here I started looking for entries, but since it was 11 p.m. currently when this happened, I couldn't take the trade because I was asleep. So here we are on Tuesday, and when I took the trade, I took it on Wednesday as soon as I woke up. So actually, let's see the 4-hour time frame, how it was doing. Let's see the daily time frame, which is the one that actually made me think about this trade here as a beautiful trade, because look, we were rejecting this area of interest many times, and on Monday and on Tuesday we closed like a doji candlestick. Look, this one here was rejecting and this one here was a doji, and to me this pattern here looks like a morning star formation. So here I said, okay, we might be starting to break and go to the upside. We might be starting to reject this area of interest here. And what gave me the further confirmation was the 4-hour and the lower time frames as well. So actually here we can see that the 30 minutes time frame was rejecting the EMA and the 1 hour as well, also the 2 hour if I remember correctly, yes, along with the round psychological level 1.84500. So the round psychological level is a price where banks, big institutions, hedge funds buy and sell, because they don't buy or sell at numbers like 1.85164. They do buy and sell at numbers, at prices with round numbers, so with a lot of zeros. And in this case here we can see that we have some zeros, we have a round number. How do I draw these round psychological levels? Whenever I have an area of interest, like do something like this, whenever I have an area of interest, I just gotta draw a line in the middle, then go on coordinates and find a round number. So 500 or 0. Here we don't have a round psychological level in that area of interest, or actually yes we do, the 186,500. So we have a round psychological level in that area of interest. So that's it, guys. The round psychological level is just another point of resistance and support used many times. So here, as I said, guys, we were rejecting the EMA along with the round psychological level, and we can see that when I took the trade, I took it at this exact point here, guys. Look, the 30 minutes time frame broke above the area of interest here, came back, retested the EMA, rejected with a beautiful bullish engulfing candlestick, engulfing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candlesticks, which is actually a very good pattern. It shows me the price stopped the creation of the higher low and it's now heading to the upside. I took it up here. Then, guys, what did I simply do? I went to school. What time was it there? It was 6 a.m. in the morning. I went to school at 8 a.m. and I closed the trade at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, guys. So this trade here was actually doing everything while I was at school and having an exam. And that's another factor that made me close the trade, because as you guys can see, it completely weighed inside of my take profit. At 1 p.m. I closed the trade because I opened my phone after doing the exam at school. I open it, I see that I'm $800 in profit. What did I just do? I closed it so I could have 2 W's in just one day. Not only the exam, but also a beautiful trade that actually made me be in profit this month here. So guys, this trade here was the one that made me $800. And actually, let me add these things here, the confluences that made me take the trade here. So actually we had, as I said, guys, a daily rejection candlestick from the area of interest with a morning star formation, which is the one that I showed you guys before. Then what else we have? The 4-hour break and the retest shifting its structure from bearish to bullish. What else we have? 1 hour, no, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes time frame shift of structure. And then the entry signal is 30 minutes rejection from EMA plus round psychological level plus bullish engulfing candlestick. That's exactly, guys, what made me take this trade here. And in trading, you just gotta wait for the more confirmation you have, the more things that you have in order for you to take the trade. So the more things you have, the better the trade will be, the most likely the trade will happen, the highest probability will have to happen. So trading is just a game of probability, guys. You just have to analyze the market, take just one trade a week, just one trade every single 2 weeks, one trade a month, whenever you want to take a trade, but you gotta take a good trade, guys. This right here was a good trade. I had everything I needed in order for me to take this trade here. everything, guys. Daily, 4-hour bullish, 2-hour bullish, 1-hour bullish, 30 minutes bullish, rejection from the EMA, rejection from the area of interest, a strong area of interest here, a round psychological level, a shift of structure. Everything I needed was here, guys. So this was a very, very beautiful trade. Guys, trust me when I say this. I love this trade here. If you're seeing this video here, you're seeing it on Friday, which will be the Friday, the 29th of May. So the markets are currently live. So if you want to know how am I doing this week here, because when you're seeing this video, I'm up 8%, but in the live market, I may be up more because this is a new trading week. So if you want to see live updates, guys, make sure to join my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. Make sure to join my broker with the link in the description. That's the broker that I use. 1 to 500 leverage, low spreads, 0 commissions, and you actually help my YouTube channel because I do this for free. I don't ask you guys for anything. And actually, this is how the current market looks like. Look, we came back and retested my take profit zone, which will be this one here originally, but they closed it at 1.1.8. Currently, guys, I'm waiting for a sell at this area of interest here, but you already know what am I doing because you're in my Telegram channel. While I was editing this video here, I forgot to actually show you guys my FX book. So look, on May, currently 7.79%, which I count as an 8%, and look on my MT5, you can see GBPCAD, the trade up there, buy, that was the price, it was the time, and look at the profit, 703 euros, which is actually $800, guys. So as transparent as I can be. So actually, let's get back to the video. You are right. So guys, as I said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel. I need to get to 5,000 followers this year here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Hopefully I close this month in profit. Bye.